Hey all and welcome back for another HellfireComms spooky Halloween TV comm. Today we're checking out a very new series, and this is a first for me because we're checking out Zombie Land Saga. This is some kind of idle weeb shit, and Volk, you've seen the first 2 of 3 episodes we're watching today, but the third one's going to be new for you as well, isn't it?
That is absolutely correct. I have not seen anything. I haven't even watched the preview, so I have no idea what they're going to do, but I'm hoping they're able to keep up the momentum that 1 and 2 was able to set in place.
I like the Japanese name for this, Zombie Rando Saga. It's just a series of zombie randos, essentially. Let's see. This is a anime television series, obviously, produced by Cygames in collaboration with Avex Pictures and animated by Studio Mappa. The series began airing in Japan on October 4th, 2018. I took a look at the plot synopsis. I'm not going to read it, but you can probably guess from the title what it's about. So, are you ready, Volk?
I'm ready.
Okay. How this is going to go, you guys should know the score by now, but if you don't, there are syncing instructions in the video description. Obviously, we can't show the copyrighted media, so we'll count you down to episode 1. When we tell you to stop it. Load up episode 2 while we discuss the first one, and then we'll count you down into episode 2, and the same goes for episode 3. So here we go. Episode 1 of Zombie Land Saga in 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're starting strong. Eagle in the sky never lies.
It's a lovely day as well. This is totally becoming of something named after zombies, so you'll be sure if this will stay or not. Possibly not, although this is a little bit different. I won't quite reveal why just yet, but everything will become known. Pretty much everything you need to know about this anime pretty much gets explained in the first episode.
I mean, we're already covering, like, Love Live, so it's not too out of my comfort zone, but, you know, School Live kind of scarred me a little bit, so I don't want to go back to that.
No, those were dark times indeed for the HFC Patreon TV comms.
Yeah.
Everything's working out great.
Yeah, oh god, I hope it doesn't start like Konosuba does.
Oh my god. You're not far off.
I think I may have actually seen a fucking meme of this, like a gif of it.
Was it a JoJo-themed one by any chance?
No, it wasn't, but that was what I saw, yep.
No, there's another one where it's just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Giorno is driving Dio to McDonald's to get a chocolate and pistachio Fortnite burger. And immediately the opening kicks in and it's metal as fuck.
So are they like a metal idol group or something? They're like baby metal?
A little bit. They dabble in a little bit of everything. Let's just say that.
Okay, like, I'm getting the Gretzko vibes here.
Well, I would be pretty Agretzko too if I just got run the fuck over by a freaking truck.
Shenika!
So it's like, come on, I was about to have like the most banging school day ever, and then this shit happens.
Oh man, they sure are. This is actually a pretty good intro, I'm not gonna lie.
When you think of it as an idol show, it's so unfitting, but when you think of it as a zombie flick, so to speak, it makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go ham. This is like Cradle of Filth style death metal. It's great. And I think, Tom, you're a bit of a closet fan of the Cradle of Filth, are you not? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
You may be thinking of somebody else even, but I did enjoy their work in Brutal Legends, so...
Well, hard not to. I mean, they're a pretty top-notch band.
Well, that was the fastest anime to ending I've ever seen, so...
But, she's okay? Question mark?
But she died outside. How is she back inside?
She has obviously been abducted by some strange person who's into antique furniture.
Huh, the most deadly of all kidnappers.
Alrighty, so I can probably talk a little bit about Sakura Minamoto's voice actor, who is Katie Hondo. Although, she's one of those voice actresses that's been in a lot of stuff that I haven't personally heard of, but she's been in stuff like Strike for the Blood, she was in Danganronpa 3, and also in an anime called Active Raid. But she doesn't really have much in terms of main roles under her belt just yet, and I think this might be become one of her first, like, perhaps well-known ones, unless I'm missing out on a sleeper hit she was a main cast member in or something.
Right.
It's always good to get the new blood in there, but there's somebody coming up later on who is perhaps a little bit more well-known, and we'll get to that particular individual in a moment.
Jesus, didn't realize we were playing Ju-on here.
The girl from The Ring. So yeah, this place is infested by zombies.
Okay.
We're not quite sure why yet, but all will be explained.
They seem a little bit more intimidating and aggro than your standard Western zombies.
Yeah, she seems pretty determined, at the very least. I mean, a lot of zombies will sort of just shuffle around for a bit, and then they'll only go ham if somebody makes a noise somewhere.
Yeah, they're the scariest kind of zombies.
The ones that you don't really assume much of, and then just all of a sudden you're just completely swarmed with no way out.
Idol, give us popularity!
Oh my god, I just realized that this tune sounds very similar to one in Bucky. It sort of starts off the same way, it goes dun 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 dun.
Volk is of course referring to Baki the Grappler. Didn't that also get an anime adaptation recently?
Oh yeah, this is that's the anime show I'm perhaps watching the most avidly at the moment. We're 18 episodes in. And it's still going strong, so I'm hoping they get to some of the really, really good parts in the anime. But those won't be for quite some time. I'd wager that we're at least a couple of years away from some of the more batshit insane fights in that particular show.
Okay. So it's kind of serious so far, but none of them have tried to eat her brains yet, so...
Maybe they haven't entirely awakened yet.
Huh. Interesting use of words there, Volk.
Well, it's something that'll be very relevant in, like, 2 or 3 minutes' time.
Yeah, I can kind of see where the twist is going, just by looking at the fucking, like, promotional art for the series.
Although, if we give it just a second, we'll be able to tell the viewers at home. But first, we got to get some landscapes in there.
Does she teleport?
Not quite, although teleport may not entirely be the most incorrect word.
Oh.
The milkman senses something afoot. Is he a milkman or a mailman?
I think he's the milkman. Oh, she's a zombie as well?
Yep. She did actually die. She is, in actual fact, a zombie. Which actually leads me to something peculiar. I'm wondering if it's done for the sake of leading up to it, that she kind of seemed normal at first, and then suddenly she's a zombie, or whether or not being out in the rain washed off whatever makeup she had previously.
Oh, that's not gonna work. You gotta shoot him in the head.
You'd think they'd watch more zombie movies, then they'd know how to deal with this situation, and that is not how you deal with that situation.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not sure whether that did actually do anything, or if she's just in shock. Get shoveled. So things will start to make sense now, and this man right here is going to explain everything. This is Kotaro Tatsumi, and he is voiced by someone called Mamoru Miyano? And he voices a hell of a lot of people. I'll go through a list here. He voices Light Yagami from Death Note, Shinku in Dog Days, Rin Natsuka in Free, Zero Kiryu in Vampire Knight, Rintaro from Steins Gate, Death the Kid in Soul Eater, Cylan from the Pokemon anime,
wow,
Ryuji Sakamoto in Persona 5, he also voices Ignis in Final Fantasy 15 and Riku from the Kingdom Hearts series, and on top of all that, he also voiced Takumi Fujiwara in the initial D movies that aired in 2014.
There you go, so a very prolific voice actor then.
Oh yes, borderline iconic. The way he just says zombies is perhaps one of the most standout features of this particular voice actor. Once you hear it, you know it's him. Wow, very demanding.
I mean, you're a zombie now. You gotta take advice from somewhere, and they have to save Saga for reasons unbeknownst to me.
And the fact of the matter is, zombies aren't perhaps seen in the most reputable light there is at the moment, so probably best to do as he says. He probably knows what he's doing somewhat, but yeah. He has squid in his pocket for some reason. He's a very peculiar fellow, but he has good reasons.
Is this a secret Food Wars spin-off?
No, not quite. I think the squid is... the squid, I believe, has something to do with a character that gets introduced properly in episode 2.
Okay. I need clothes. Give me makeup.
I don't want to go to school.
Guys, you can stop acting. This is blackface. This is Jim Crow, what are you doing?
So you may well have also noticed that the other zombies are just kind of meandering around, and yet this one has retained a lot of her consciousness.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is that the others haven't quite woken up properly yet. And by that I mean their minds haven't kind of kicked in yet, so that their personalities and what have you shine through. As it stands, they are literally mindless zombies, but that will get fixed at some point later down the line, but I won't say exactly how.
That's an interesting way of introducing new people to the group and whatnot.
Yeah, they're just kind of there in the background, and then they kind of get brought in later on. I think it's kind of cool. Well, healthy as far as a zombie goes. I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, for a zombie, she's looking pretty good. I've certainly seen zombies in a lot worse, Nick.
Yeah, let's just say any body parts start falling off, that kawaii factor is going to drop pretty fast.
Oh, I don't know about that. There are some fairly cutesy moments, I believe. I'm not sure if episode 3 will have some in there as well, but for the most part, it's just... I'm not sure how best to put it, but I think the best way to put this anime's kind of style is a mixture of just typical comedy and slapstick.
Right.
So that should hopefully give you a better idea of what to expect, at least.
Well, just like first impressions, I do like the art style. Music seems nice so far, and voice acting is pretty good.
Well, I mean, obviously you got this guy right here who has got the anime chops to last him at least 3 lifetimes.
It's Riku, mate. You don't need to say anymore. So the idol industry is in of itself a zombie industry, if you will.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be wearing makeup and costumes anyway, it seems like the perfect facade to hide the fact that they're zombies, if you think about it.
I mean, you were on your way to becoming an idol anyway, so why not just cut out the middleman?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more of a case of she doesn't really remember a lot of it. So, I don't know, maybe she'll retain some of those memories later down the line, or maybe it's just a case of she's just still in shock over the fact that she's a fucking zombie and she's just being recruited by this strange man who also houses many other zombies like their house pets.
Legendary girls I've chosen and revived to say Saga. Okay, so we have Japan's greatest idol hits.
Well, it's more the fact that they come from different eras. So, they come from different timelines as well, so to speak. And 1980s? I love the introduction to these characters as well.
Yeah, very stylish.
I have no idea what the Meiji era is, but I'd imagine that's probably quite a ways back. Alright, Primetime Network suggests a little bit more recent.
So they have like a couple from the past and the rest are like in the last few decades.
Yeah, something along those lines. I mean, I suppose the idol thing kind of had a rise around that time anyway. I'm not entirely sure if that last one's going to be doing much other than just kind of eating squid and scaring people.
Yeah, I heard the riff the first time, Mr. Man. Yeah, I need context here. That's kind of what legendary means. You need to become the legend, bring it back to life.
Maybe she's just literally a legend by name, and it's similar to how brinksmanship works. She just calls herself a legend and nobody dares to question it.
Is it something to do with the rain that woke Sakura here up in the first place?
I don't know whether it was like the lightning storm or what, but if that were the case, surely the others would have woken up as well, so... I don't know, maybe it's just because she's relatively fresher, perhaps? Or maybe, Tatsumi here has managed to perfect the technique to the point where she actually woke up a lot sooner.
Right. Also, why aren't the zombies attacking the guy? He's all flesh and bloody and whatnot.
I don't know, maybe it's the waistcoat. He puts himself up as an important character, so therefore you can't kill him till at least halfway through the season.
Right.
Everyone's got their makeup on, they are looking very much not like zombies, so they'll blend in perfectly.
Why can't a zombie just go out and be a zombie, eh? Why's there gotta be all this zombie racism going about?
Well, you saw exactly the reason why earlier. She just got shot the fuck up as soon as the guy realized she was a zombie. I love how he's just like, yeah, you're gonna be in a heavy metal band.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, don't eat that.
But I was eating that. How could you?
Okay, I'll go back to staring into space, I suppose. So it is just makeup. Jesus.
It really is.
Oh, I see. He put the makeup on her first and then she woke up.
Yeah, maybe that might have been the triggering factor, potentially? There we go, she's getting into it.
Yeah, that's the shit. We all headbang.
I love that everyone just wanders into the frame just to join in.
Maybe Soma had a point after all.
Maybe so. Honeyed squid is the only way to control the zombie menace.
Okay, Food Wars is the prequel to Zombie Land Saga. I will not hear anything otherwise.
There's somewhere there's just like a Soma who's like providing him with all the squid that the guy could possibly need. He's just like, no, you still haven't told me what you're using this for. And it's like, you don't need to know.
Just trust your zombie instincts and headbang until the crowd gets tired.
Headbang till the break of dawn.
So is biting what triggers zombification in non-zombies? It's kind of unclear right now.
I don't know, it tends to vary. Sometimes when you just get eaten by a zombie, that's it, you're just dead. But other times it's just like, you get eaten by a zombie, you sort of lie down dead for a few hours, and then you come back as a zombie. You know, to create dramatic effect. I love how it says name pending in brackets. Well, there we go. We got our inspiring speech. You can go in there. Oh, or maybe not.
This guy has the right amount of sass and hyperactivity that makes him very endearing. No girls, please.
She knows she is not in the right place at all. The guy on the right could very much be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist.
I was going to say, yeah, also, this is very similar to actually what happened to Death Metal when they performed with Rob Zombie, I think.
Yeah, they were just like, hey, get off the stage, and then they just became a hit. We do what we do best. Headbang!
It's time for the legend to come back to life. Again.
Yeah, you're supposed to do that afterwards. But obviously she's got something else in mind. It's like, look, I know I'm irresistible, but you can't just dive on me like that.
Okay, so they do have the irresistible urges and whatnot.
And the squid is only a temporary reprieve at best, I think.
Right.
Of course, I've only seen a couple of episodes, so A lot of this is maybe not quite explained just yet. Who knows? Maybe in episode 3, everything will make sense.
Oh, yes!
Although one thing episode 1 does right, the music goes fucking in.
Yeah, I think it kind of had to sell it, really.
Although episode 2 does something way different. I won't spoil what it is just yet. I'll just let you find out.
Okay.
There you go, she's got the right idea. I mean, this is all death metal is, right? Just scream into a microphone. And play guitar really fast.
And don't forget the headbanging.
They're getting into it, though. Be the heavy metal star you were destined to be exactly a day ago.
Yes!
Yeah, there you go. You got it. I love the fact that they're headbanging with way too much enthusiasm and yet they're not questioning it. Oh wait, no, this guy is. Guy's got an eye for detail. You can tell this isn't his first concert.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm loving this. I'm dead and I'm loving it.
The memories are flooding back. But it's just like, wait, this isn't exactly what I had in mind, but you know what? I'll just go with it.
Yeah. You gotta adapt when you're an idol, after all. You gotta improvise.
Exactly, and she's doing something that, well, besides maybe baby metal, that not a lot of idol groups tend to do, so, you know. She's got a niche factor working for her. And did they catch her? Or did she devour their flesh, and thus leave the entire stadium in ruins?
Well, she's awake, so I doubt she has the urges.
Yeah, probably not. Although, who knows, maybe she'll get tempted, maybe, and that's just something that hasn't quite kicked in yet. Of course. That poor guy. It's just like, look, I know I'm bald, but you don't have to make a point of it. I do like their pet pooch, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
Although it has a bit of a split personality, as you may have noticed a few moments ago, where it's sort of like huge rabid beast, and then just all of a sudden it's like the size of a chihuahua.
Oh, more of them are waking up.
Yeah, Tay hasn't quite got the memo yet, by the sounds of it. Then again, I think she's always going to be relegated to like that crazy one, and maybe they'll break her out in a crucial moment.
Wow, what a wacky world we live in, Volk.
I mean, what else can you really say?
Alright, let's see the ED. Of course it is.
It's just
weird, kawaii, like, juxtaposition. It's just the only way it works.
Complete tone shift, like, wholesome music with watercolors.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Is this the story of how the dog died?
I don't know, maybe just the dog's part of the ED.
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to look too in depth into it yet, but maybe I can keep an eye out and see if there is anything that could maybe tip us off. So, obviously you read the plot synopsis, but I do have to ask, exactly what were you expected coming into this, and how did the reality match up?
I wasn't expecting death metal, and I'm actually impressed and a little bit pleased. So it differs itself from Love Live enough, so I'm not being bored, per se.
That's fair enough. I mean, I suppose you kind of have to, seeing as Love Live set the precedent of how perhaps a general idol anime should perhaps play out. So future ones kind of need to do things a bit differently in order to set themselves apart, just because I'd argue that Love Live does do it about as well as it can be. I was half expecting heavy metal to kick in like right near the end, just like dun.
Yeah. Oh,
And
present.
No.
Yep, we never watch the next time previews, especially me. Alright, Mark, that was episode 1 of Zombieland Saga. Your thoughts, mate?
Well, I can kind of go back to what I was thinking before, because I didn't read the plot synopsis or anything at all. I was like, okay, this seems like a fairly typical anime based around school life and things like that. I'm half expecting it to be similar to that one that we watched whose name I've already forgotten. And then she got run over and I was just like, what? And then the death metal kicked in and I was even more confused. And then the whole zombie thing happened and then the heavy metal happened and I was just like, yeah. This seems like a show I would probably quite enjoy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the first episode definitely does not disappoint. It does a great job of explaining essentially what the world is about and why she's been brought back as a zombie, so to speak. Nothing is really left unknown, so to speak, apart from like the characters themselves and how they go about their awakenings, so to speak, and where their backgrounds are. We get little snippets into character introductions, but not quite enough to completely give away what the game is. I get the feeling we'll have individual episodes that focuses on particular characters and sort of like the eras that they came from and what they did previously.
Very much so, mate. Yeah, I like that a lot. Art style, like I said, great. The sense of zany hero it has percolating throughout it is very endearing. And, you know, you got the music, so it's all good in the hood. And, you know, you have all these animes like Konosuba, where they go to a different world, or, you know, they become idols. Then you have, like, School Live with zombies and whatnot. And this is kind of a mashup of all of them. And I wouldn't say it's, like, super derivative, but it is sort of something I've seen before, but it's done in a way that I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to load up episode 2, and I am ready to get into it, if you are, mate.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm not sure if you're ready, really, but I'm ready.
Well, I'm ready for anything here on a TV comm, mate. Here we go. Episode 2 of Zombieland Saga in 3, 2, 1.
I got hit by a fucking truck!
Yeah, basically. Then there were zombies, and then there was like a gun, and then there was like a zombie poodle, then Riku was shouting at me for some reason.
Something about the guiding key or something? I don't know. It all sounded like nonsense to me.
May your zombie be your guiding key.
Zombie Zero. May as well just call her Patient Zero.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, maybe that's what they were going for. So maybe it was the music that brought them back. You know, the head banging, the awesome scratchiness of the throat of the heavy metal vocals.
Quite possibly, although it was a bit of a delayed waking up, because if that were the case, surely they would have awakened sort of like midway through. Or maybe like all the memories and all the flashing lights had to have time to kind of settle in.
Thanks.
Accept my compliment, damn you. This is basically me whenever I try to compliment Tom in any way, shape or form.
No, I will not take it.
Well, to be fair, my girlfriend's a bit like that too, so you're not the only one I have to deal with that with.
I understand completely. Ah.
To be fair, that's also me whenever my hair gets too long.
Oh, jeez.
So, this is apparently the proper opening, I think?
This is really cool. I love the juxtaposition of, like, obviously, the proper kawaii stuff, and just this seems like it came out of a proper horror thing.
Yeah, the actual style of the opening as well reminds me of... Oh, I'm not sure what it reminds me of, but it seems so familiar just in terms of... I think it might be Lupin or something like that I'm thinking of.
I would say Mob Psycho, honestly, just for how crazy it is.
Yeah, I can see Mob Psycho as well. Obvious Sentai reference there as well, in case you missed it.
This isn't... I would laugh if none of this actually happened in the show itself.
Although then again, the show has kind of put itself in a position where this isn't impossible.
Yeah, for sure. I actually really like this theme.
Yeah, this is pretty damn top notch. The actual visuals themselves are a bit of a mindfuck, but I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. It just enhances it, really. Do we know how many episodes this has? Because it might have more OPs down the line.
Well, it has apparently 12 episodes, so it's a standard run season, I think, about 12, 13 episodes. Of course, we're only in episode 3 at this point, so it will probably be finished by the end of the year.
Who knows? Maybe we'll continue it after, we're done, because this is not a patron-funded thing, so we're not really obligated to do it either way.
And again, if you want to chuck some money our way for it and force us into it, I mean, I won't mind. Certainly not.
Oh, fuck. Always with the soft shoe, mate.
Well, then again, you go in hard, so I'd like to have the soft touch.
I like to be blunt when offering people, business and whatnot. That way there's no miscalculations, no misconceptions, no confusion.
No small print.
That's a badass scar she's got there.
It really makes me wonder how she got that, because she didn't really land, like, face first or anything like that, so maybe it was, like, the actual impact or something like that. Oh, Jesus Christ, I forgot about this part. As you can see, the zombies were obliterated. And this will happen to you if you don't curb your teething problems.
Does he understand the difference between movies and reality? I don't think Kotaro does, because he acts like a frigging idol himself.
Well, then again, it can be said that works of fiction can oftentimes be based on real events, so maybe, or this could just be, yeah, I don't think anybody literally just chucked a live grenade into a zombie's mouth and then watched it explode.
Yeah.
You don't have to know anything, you just have to do what I bloody well tell you.
Look, I'm a zombie, not a child, okay? Can you stop speaking to me like I'm one?
Oh, well done! You worked out the plot! Congratulations!
No, Volk, it's pronounced this way!
I love how he keeps the squid in his pocket and there's not a single fucking grease stain anywhere on that goddamn waistcoat.
Well, maybe he's wearing a pocket protector, you don't know.
Possibly. It would make sense. I like how he's just like blatantly on Yahoo and Wikipedia. And they don't rename it either, they just bleep it out. They aren't pretenders. We don't have Moogle or anything like that.
JoJo doesn't bleep anything out. Why do you think that is, that they can get away with it in speech but not in text?
I don't know, I think it may just because JoJo is very referential and influential in general.
Right.
So I feel like they can get away with it just because of what the essence of JoJo is. Obviously they have to take some liberties when taking it over the pond, so like bad company becomes worse company, etc. So there are a few things they can't get away with, but for the most part they get a lot of leeway, perhaps more than they should have any right to get away with, honestly, but I don't question it.
So is that her actual heart outside of her chest on that little one? Aww.
I think so. Just like, oh, get off my leg!
Careful not to stretch too much or your limbs might fall off.
I mean, you joke about that, but that is actually a legit problem for zombies, I'd wager.
Yeah.
I love how Tay is just chasing after people and nibbling on them the entire time. I'm kind of worried that when she gets awakened, like, her entire character will just go down the shitter, but I'm willing to bet they're ramping up to something. Or maybe they're just going to keep her like that for the rest of the show, I don't know.
Maybe until, like, the end of one. Was this adapted from, like, a manga or anything?
Not as... Oh, wait, there is a manga, but it came out 4 days after the anime television series.
Oh, okay, so it's like the Dragon Ball Super manga.
Yeah. I'm just seeing here if there is anything else. No, it literally just says on the Wikipedia page, manga, original run October 8th, 2018, and the original run of the anime show was October 4th.
What the fuck did you just say about my rotten skin?
I'll have you know my complexion is flawless! Flawless, I say!
See, this also reminds me of Mob Psycho, which is about dealing with, like, dead guys and whatnot, and, like, the biker gang that was secretly good or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I actually have to watch that again at some point. There's so much about that I don't actually remember. It was all a bit of a fever dream, but it was a very enjoyable one.
Season 2 next year.
That'll probably be about the time I probably pick it back up again, just because I want to get everything fresh for when Season 2 happens.
For sure. If you want to do a rewatch, mate, I'll sit with you.
Alright, there we go. We got that sorted out then.
Oh, no.
Give it a treat! Give it a treat! I have to wonder if that's all in their heads. Because obviously we see it from the outside as just this tiny little thing. Yet whenever we see it from their perspective, it's always this, like, growling beast that's threatening to tear your arms and legs off.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, don't impale yourself on the fence, because that's going to be a lot more awkward than if you were alive.
You're trying to escape without me? How could you?
We're just not comfortable being zombies, alright? If we were brought back as like a Ju-on grudge girl, that'd be cool and all, but no, we're just literally rotting where we stand.
It's like, look, you don't understand, I have a solo career to think about here.
I'm sorry, but it's as dead as you right now.
To be honest, I think that Tay-Girl would probably frighten me as well in their situation. The very comedic sound effects. My brand! So yeah, that's a close-up, perhaps for the first time, of how anime eyes actually look and how big they are.
I could have done without the searing truth, folk.
Well, Zombie Land Saga is just revealing the harsh truths of both zombie living and also the anatomy of your typical anime protagonist.
Yeah. I mean, there was a thing in the Doctor Who spin-off Torchwood where a guy dies, gets brought back to life, but he's still technically dead. So it's like, you know, don't get damaged because you won't heal. Obviously, you can't digest stuff and so on.
Yeah, that's got to be a bit of an issue. It's like, but I can't eat anymore.
I felt alive again. Do any of you girls remember that, what it means to truly headbang and mosh?
Do you not remember the first time you went to see AC/DC in concert?
The finest 4 letters any man had ever put together in a single string before.
Ain't that the goddamn truth?
Oh? What the sweet fuck is this?
This is your callback to Devilman Crybaby right here.
They're gonna be feasting on you in a minute, mate, but probably not in the way you want.
They're getting into it, but when they get closer, they're gonna be in for a nasty surprise. Eat them!
Yeah, just scare them off, at the very least. Oh no.
I wonder if that's the same guy from before, who's just like, oh god, not this shit again. Oh, I think you can see where this episode's going.
Ah. I like sassy cop. No, don't walk into the light!
It's the same dude!
Yeah, definitely.
Well, he's only got 4 shots left now, but at least he had the courtesy to only fire at the window.
Is this going to be a running gag of why everyone's scared of each other?
Why is everyone screaming?
What would happen if they were just in costume and whatnot, and the cops shot him anyway?
And that fucker was there the whole time and didn't do a damn thing about it.
He was observing, mate. You know, he's got to watch.
He could have defused the situation, though. I mean, you've traumatized a poor police officer twice now. That's gonna leave some mental scars right there.
You gotta face facts. You can't just walk outside anymore without your makeup. As an idol probably shouldn't. Oh my god, it's fucking political commentary, or social commentary.
I wasn't expecting this in my wholesome zombie anime. I'm already dead.
He is kind of the one who nursed us back to health, so to speak.
Yeah, you know, nothing a couple of Nurofen couldn't fix.
Oh, slow your roll there, Zombie-chan. You're not that big of a deal right now.
Well, I mean, she was part of a apparently very well-known biker gang or something along those lines, so... I mean, it's hardly surprising she thinks of herself as hot shit, but whether or not she actually was, I think that might be up to interpretation. Maybe the legend speaks louder than the reality, potentially.
Let's see. A delinquent girl and former bike gang leader, Saki Nikaido, who conquered Orokyushu with her gang, Dorami, during the 1990s.
Well, if she conquered an entire precinct, then yeah, I'd say that's pretty good.
This is kawaii as fuck. I almost forgot we were watching zombies for a second.
And obviously they have to wear contact lenses as well, since all of them have kinda got the same red-eye situation.
These guys gotta be in every episode, because if so, that's a running gag I can get behind.
I believe these are going to be the quote-unquote super fans.
Okay.
I'll know for sure if they appear in the third episode. But it'll be so cool just to sort of like have those two devout followers that you can always count on to be there.
Green face, huh? Okay.
Are they just gonna keep changing the name of the group?
First you were Zombo, then Zombie U, then Zombie with an eye.
I love this guy.
Man, he was fucking earning that paycheck this series. No.
Or they're like the guys that sort of like got into the hype on the first album, and then the second album comes out and it's something completely different, and they're just like, wait, this isn't at all what I was expecting.
It's experimental and whatnot.
Yeah, that was like their indie phase, and now they're sort of doing the stuff that they want to do.
Yay. Oh, so cute. Oh yeah, we're getting into it. This is, yeah, I'm not sure either, boys, honestly.
That's not the kind of stack you want to be bringing to this concert, my friend.
Squid!
Must eat squib. Mind you, that'd be some good advertising. Honeyed squid, so good you'll lose an arm and a leg for it.
Oh, you'll go head over heels for honeyed squid. Aww.
It's so endearing, yet it's just what the fuck at the same time. Nope, she has lost control of everything.
Yep. Alright, Saki, you're in charge now. Let's do this shit.
Yeah, she's just doing the thing where you sort of like tuck your head into your jumper. Mind you, they could sell themselves off as a pretty banging magic act if you think about it.
Yeah, for sure. The old guys don't know any better. It's fine.
They've got like some heavy metal Flight of the Bumblebee going on in the background as well. Get fucking slapped.
Oh no, you probably shouldn't have broadcast that. It's all part of the act, folks, don't worry about it. Oh my god, it's a wrap-off!
Rap battle!
Also happened in Agretsuko.
This is not... Well, this could be another epic rap battle of history, considering the people in question come through all courses of history. My boy there had some great beatbox skills, though.
Japanese rap isn't a genre I'm particularly affiliated with or know much about, but oh shit, we're taking it old school!
You got the hand coming in with the beat as well. There we go, now they're getting into it.
So we had death metal in the first one, rap in this one. What's the next one going to be? Country?
They're just going to come in with blue jeans and pickup trucks, and that's just going to be the entire theme for episode 3. I don't know, maybe they'll cover all genres of music, so maybe they'll get into classical as well, perhaps.
I enjoyed the rewind as well, Bob. No need to be silent about it.
Oh no, I'm just appreciating the sheer majesty of what we're witnessing right now.
Yeah.
Like, considering what episode 1 offered, this was in no way what you'd expect from episode 2 at all. And they do it so well. As sort of a way to vent frustrations out of the other characters. Oh, picking it up? Mic drop, motherfucker!
Yes, we are old and proud. Fuck you, government.
I mean, they were there for the likes of Tupac and the Notorious B.I.G. They probably appreciate good rap when they hear it.
I like that part especially, bro.
That was the best part. They liked the zombie shtick. We can work this into our act.
They really like us.
You could be part of our gang.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take over the world this time, or maybe just Japan.
Oh, she had a Tamagotchi, because of course she did.
Tamagotchi was the hype as shit. Oh wow, so he really is thinking about taking over.
Gotta do it some way. Yes, thank you for the good show. It's all coming together, just like cake. Now, I'm not entirely sure there's a stinger and whatnot, but we're just gonna watch to be sure.
That's fair enough. We can take in the wholesome as fuck ED whilst we're, contemplating exactly what the hell just happened.
That rap was pretty hype, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I love the build up toward it as well. Like, you can see that she was kind of doing it accidentally, and then they bring in the beatboxing, and then you have the guitar brought in as well. And then obviously Tay eating the goddamn microphone as well, just because.
I think it's a tie between Taki and, is it Say or Tay for my favourite?
Tay is the one that's still kind of in beast mode at the moment. If that's the one you're thinking of.
Tay and Saki, then.
I do rather like Sakura, though, as well, I'm not gonna lie. But I do have an appreciation for Saki as well. I kind of dig how they do the delinquent characters in general in some animes, whether it's for comedic effect or to perhaps end up being more serious. They always seem to do them justice. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's just so ingrained into Japanese culture, it's impossible to kind of get it wrong.
Well, I mean, they're only delinquents. They're not like hardened yakuzas or anything.
Oh no, but that's normally how it starts. I mean, you don't usually get the mild-mannered type becoming a yakuza leader unless it's purely by accident. Alright.
I'm saying that faster and faster every time now, so that was episode 2 of Zombie Land Saga, mate. I really enjoyed it. What's your opinion?
I love the fact that they incorporated rap after death metal. I couldn't really think of much more polar opposites you could actually get, so this was a huge, refreshing, odd, and humorous turn when I was watching this earlier last week, and I was just floored by the fact that they had incorporated rap into it. I was just, what the fuck's going on? It's actually good as well. Like, what the hell's happening? And watching it the second time, I obviously noticed that there was a bit more of a story being woven into it, with obviously the frustrations of Sakura and Saki kind of toward each other are going, and how they're kind of still in denial over what's going on, and that they've been given a purpose even after the fact that they had just died, so... yeah, there was quite a lot in there to enjoy. Even through the second time watching it, I was still picking out parts that I kind of either missed or glossed over the first time around.
For sure. Not much else to say there, but I have episode 3 ready, and neither of us have actually watched this, so are you ready, Borg?
I am ready. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time.
Episode 3 of Zombie Land Saga in 3, 2, 1. We saw this last time. No need for a recap.
We had a sleepover, and then we did the rap battle, and then we got picked up by 50 Cent.
Yeah. Imagine 50 Cent in like a fucking Scooby-Doo thing with like zombies and whatnot. It worked for Mike Tyson.
Yes, it worked for Mike Tyson. I would wager Fiddy would be able to make a good job of that as well. And maybe you can bring in some of the other rap figures as well as like guests or something like that.
Yeah, we have more Mike Tyson mysteries on the way, by the way. We're just a bit backlogged right now.
Oh, that's gonna be a roller coaster ride of emotions.
When I say good morning, you say good morning back.
Yeah, we haven't really seen much of her yet. Like, even in the previous episode, she was more of a background character, so to speak.
Right.
So maybe we'll learn a bit more about her?
He strokes with one half of his hand and backslaps with the other. Sorry, I meant the palm, not half. Half a hand would be weird.
I know he means well, but that does look really condescending when you're just clapping right in front of someone's face.
Don't bite his hands. Your rap was fucking fire, girl. This guy, I can't fucking take him seriously at all.
He is truly the GOAT. It's very impossible to get a read on this guy, I have to be honest.
Yeah, he is very bipolar.
Maybe he too was a zombie and is just hiding the fact.
That might be a possibility, honestly.
That would be a twist and a half.
Like, we have to consider, why does he have such a stake in zombies to begin with? Why is he not against zombies?
Well, it's more, how is he resorting to, why is he resorting to zombies, rather, in order to save Saga Prefecture? There must be something to it.
Yeah, sorry, I just love how he couldn't spell gorilla performance in English, so he had to go back to, like, kanji and whatever.
That's basically me on a daily basis when I try to speak.
Oh, shush.
That's just my mind, is what happens, it's just writing it out and then just stops and just thinks of something else. I hope the policeman becomes a recurring character as well. I want to see him in episode 7 when he has no bullets left and runs out of ammo.
Just throws the gun at him bullseye style.
Or maybe it's like Killer 7 and it has 7 bullets instead. Because he's a professional.
Okay, so this episode we're gonna do the real idol group shit and have like a street performance, etc.
Oh god, are they gonna get into like breakdancing at this point? Because when I think street performance, I mean breakdancing does kind of factor into it, and I wouldn't put it past them in the slightest.
It would be actual breakdancing, because they could literally break their legs off and like swing them around the heads.
Yeah, just take your head off, spin it on the ground, maybe do a bit of a tap dance on top of it, you know?
The septuple head spin, crazy zombie sucker.
The limb juggle, we haven't seen a move like that since the 70s.
Yeah, you don't need to sleep, so maybe just watch TV all night, study the tapes.
Yeah, study the meticulous ways in which zombie films dismember and destroy you. You know, really set the fear in. I still can't get over this opening.
It's great, mate.
I know, it's so good, and it's just zany, and it has all the best qualities. I like how they even include the sound effects as well. That's something a lot of openings don't tend to do.
Or like with JoJo, they leave it for the last episode of each saga. I see what you mean about like the slight Lupin vibe, by the way. It's got that kind of crime-fighting sting to it.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, they're fighting kaijus.
I need the full version of this theme right fucking now.
I'm gonna be looking it up as well after this. I gotta see how hype this shit is in full.
I wonder if the series will end with them being like resurrected and whatnot.
I don't know, maybe that could be a thing, although I'd wager they'll probably stay as zombies.
Oh, zombie idols forever. They stick together. Alright, what does episode 3 got for us?
Well, I'd wager we'll probably learn a little bit more about a particular character with any luck, but as to what the theme will be is anyone's guess at this point. We've gone from death metal to rap. Anything is in the cards at this stage.
A proper idol. She's the fucking Nika Nika Ni of Zombie Land Saga.
Exactly. She is the true idol trope that we need to pull this group together.
I gleaned a few bits of information by looking at the characters' summaries and whatnot, so I already know who the leader of the group is, sadly.
Fair enough.
I shall not say a thing. I'm fine with being spoiled, I just don't want Volk to be spoiled.
No, that's fair enough, I do appreciate it.
Bit loud, but you're making a good platform for yourself here.
So you make a good politician. Yell into a microphone and people will follow you.
There we go. Saki's the leader of the group then. Bike-a-gan Zombieland.
I don't think you have much of a choice in the matter.
Yeah, he's gonna like defer and change it. Really? Yeah, where are the rest of us? Alright, here we go. Wicked Rage Void Slackers. Really? Isn't that what, like... I feel like a friend of ours got copyright strike for having John Jark music on YouTube recently.
Ah, bad times. That sounds more like a Japanese baseball team.
Oh, shut up, brat. We're meant to be all for one here.
Quiet, the grown-ups are talking.
She actually gonna write something?
I'm not sure. We're waiting with bated breath.
Nope. This is how all the zombies get high these days.
Legal highs. When will the madness end?
No. Want pen, please. Ah!
It's like, how Dave, that was good suck!
If this was any other, like, zombie thing, this would be a very dangerous predicament, but it's just cute here.
Also, blatant Devilman Crybaby reference number 2 right there with the fucking run. Rotten Chaos is alright. It's probably the best name so far. The other one becomes conscious. Wait, what do we smell like?
Not confirmed. Just laugh it away, Volk. Laugh the dangerous, stinky details of life away.
For all we know, the sinuses may not be a thing for a zombie.
French bread? Nah, that's stupid.
French Bread, I'm pretty sure is the name of a video game company who made the Melty Blood series. Is she gonna, like, sneeze the name of the band on the whiteboard?
She's spelling out the name for us.
Our name. Are they actually going to do that? Oh, that's brilliant. Just literally your name is a fucking sneeze, and suddenly she's Aizawa from My Hero Academy.
Yep, oh my god.
I'm not sure if that's meant to be a reference or whether that's just coincidence, but seeing as I spotted a couple of Devilman references already, I'm not gonna leave that up to chance.
Well, he even has the red eyes and everything. Rotten Chaos Stank Gang. There we go, Fran Shushu.
Loving the triumphant music in the background.
Oh yeah, man. Well, once you got the name, the fame comes next.
And then the money, and then, well, I'm not sure. Do they want the bitches, or is that going to be something else instead for these guys?
No, they just have the itches for flesh. Well, Tay does anyway.
I love how she's just turning the wheels. It's like, I think I'm having fun, I'm not entirely sure.
Tay would be perfect when it came to heavy rain QTEs.
Oh no, she's just gonna keep spinning it and it's just gonna get faster, isn't it? Yep, called it.
So, okay, I'm fine being on like a Mach 10 spinny wheel.
You gotta unscrew the thing from the ground, come on.
Whee!
It felt like she was flying?
Yeah, a little bit.
I knew that was probably gonna happen, but I wasn't expecting how abrupt it was. I was half expecting a lead up to her falling and not literally face first in the dirt immediately.
Don't work too hard though, because your limbs might rot off. Actually, how does this even work? What?
That came out of nowhere.
Why slap? Why now?
It's like, alright, you wanna go? They're going on the thing that she was literally about to say it and someone else is just stealing your thunder.
Alright. Probably out there learning lessons and whatnot. Typical.
They're still not entirely certain of this whole ordeal, but they seem to be a little bit more receptive at least.
Well, I mean, what else can they do but be accepting of it? It's not like they're going to turn back into humans magically.
Yeah, that is indeed true. But maybe there's more to life than just being idle zombies.
Or death.
Like what? We could be the most realistic zombies in movies. We'd make a mint. We don't even have to try. You know, just like Did we miss something earlier?
They just kept slapping Sakura until she eventually managed to get it out. Yay. Good. Aww. My legs aren't long enough to do these advanced dances. You're a zombie. Stretch them. So where's Kotaro during all this? I thought he was, like, supervising them and whatnot.
I don't know, maybe he's plotting something. I mean, he is, like, basically their manager, so he's probably organising, like, the venues or events or something along those lines, potentially. Or maybe he has another sinister plan. That's the problem, we just can't tell with him.
Backstory, potential zombie lore, Zor for short.
Hey, there he is.
Being a zombie isn't as simple as you're thinking.
I don't know, you've already got a somewhat cult following of 2 people.
Yeah, that's 2 more than any zombie in history has had, honestly. This is very typical inspirational anime music right now.
Oh yes, it takes me back to the days of playing Crisis Core.
Oh my god, it sounds very much like Under the Apple Tree.
It really does!
I love these, like, these inserts that are lies.
Try our strawberries!
But they're not dead, we promise.
Now guaranteed to have no parasites.
Ah, good.
I wonder if they'll start to remember their backstories, I wonder, during this next performance.
Possibly. I actually don't mind Amnesia as a, like, plot device, if the backstory is interesting enough.
Yeah, I mean, they all have, well, apparently idol or performance-based backgrounds, so I think those 2 are basically, were idols, if I remember correctly. And obviously they have some kind of stake in the whole idol thing before, but we're not entirely sure what that is yet. Go on, get out there.
Just leave them to their own devices. They'll come back when they're ready.
Yep, they'll come too. Just give them faith and give them time. So, what are we being treated to this time? Is this going to be the more typical idol shtick, I wonder? I don't think I'm ready for this.
Neither am I. They've switched to 3D models.
Oh, they're going full Love Live now.
Okay, so typical idol stuff now.
Yeah, kind of. Although it kind of reminds me of an opening for maybe some kind of Gundam show or something.
Okay, so electronics this time.
They're doing the robot. The close relative of the zombie.
Oh, those 3D models are very uncanny. Ironically, like a zombie.
Walk like a zombie. It's like, they're just in the car thinking, I want to be 3D too. I like kind of a techno thing they got going on in the background of this. They need our help.
We've got to get out there. Well, first performance in public. Well, out in public. Super out in public. Didn't really go all that well. Just keep dancing, keep singing.
God, do it. Come on, get out there! Man, they are really laying the suspense thick on this one.
They kind of missed their opportunity here, I think.
Uh-oh. They forgot the lyrics. I guess this is sort of like their first experience with kind of the stage fright. There we go.
There we go. It all worked out in the end.
We have entered the dream state.
There's something very particular about I that Sakura will remember soon.
I look forward to finding out what it is. But will they get the crowd back on their side, I wonder?
I don't know, but I'm also not sure I like these 3D models, Volk.
I mean, I've seen it done worse, certainly, but... Actually, I'm gonna say that this is definitely not the worst out there. I would say it is pretty much average, I would say.
Oh, no, I just prefer, like, the 2D animation, obviously.
Alright, I see what you mean. It's more when you have 2D mixed with 3D, it gets a little bit weird at that point, but... I mean, the 3D models by themselves aren't bad at all.
I mean, this is a pretty catchy routine, I'm not gonna lie. There you go.
I get the feeling that was Tay.
Did we do it? Oh, they have one fan. That's adorable.
This will be their third.
Well, true, yeah.
Well, that makes me wonder, where are the superfans?
Yeah,
Come on,
I was gonna say.
You can't just tease a constant and then just leave it out.
Yeah, ignore the idols, honey. There's enough shows going on right now as is.
That thumbs up. They'll remember that for a while, and it will become the pivot in which their stardom will be forged.
This motherfucker again.
Oh god, is he gonna like wipe off the makeup accidentally and just like, no, not again!
They didn't have to deal with this at Love Live. Hey, you got your permit skills? No, we just dance here.
Quick, get in the van! I like how he's getting exhausted from saying go so fucking much.
Put it in Z!
And now for a zany chase sequence.
Oh, I like this guy. He's annoying, but in a good way.
It's the kind of, like, the Jag owners, as the Top Gear trio would put it. It's really annoying and caddish, but in a very likable way. You saved our asses. Thank you.
So they may not be the leaders, but they are the inspirations. No ED this time.
Well, I mean, this is her opportunity to achieve her dream in that regard. Even though the situation may not be ideal, it's still pretty much the same thing.
Whew. Got a bit real there for a second.
There we go. I think they're getting sold on the idea now. Maybe they're sort of like they don't want to admit it, but they're kind of thinking, yeah, I think I can get into this. Although it's kind of odd to have an ED like this at the 3rd episode. You'd expect something like this towards the end. As sort of like the tie-in towards all the loose ends before the actual thing finishes. So maybe this is more of a sense of like everyone's pretty much on board now, and this is where it starts to really get into shape.
Did you catch that, by the way?
No, I didn't quite, sorry.
Alright, next episode preview. Do you want me to just read it out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm assuming that was I'm Mizuno, correct?
Yes, I believe you are correct.
Let me just double check this. It may have been shown in the next time preview, or it may have been, you know...
Yeah, Ai Mizuno and Junko Kono were the white-haired one.
Okay. The lead performer of the 2008 idol group Iron Frill, whom Sakura previously idolized in life.
Oh, oh, that is juicy.
It is. It very much is. So that was episode 3 of Zombie Land Saga. Mate, are you looking forward to checking out the rest of the show?
Oh, absolutely. I do like the way that this show is going. I'm digging the direction they took with this one. It wasn't one of those crazy, insane episodes, for sure.
Yeah.
But it had a decent amount of kind of backstory to it, and a lot of perhaps the doubts surrounding the characters seem to have been dispelled somewhat now. So I think this is sort of like where everything will start to come together. And maybe they'll resume the zaniness. I'm not entirely sure what angle they're really looking to go for here. Maybe they'll just keep switching it up just to keep things interesting, but the first 3 episodes certainly really dictated a very nice pace, and I think it's a benefit that it might be a shorter series on the whole, just because I'm not sure if that kind of momentum can be kept up over the course of a 26-episode season, for instance. But
yeah.
I get the feeling with 12 it should be a lot more manageable, so I'm looking forward to seeing if they're able to keep and maintain that momentum and even maybe one-up it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm noticing all the titles of the episodes have Saga in them. So the first one was Good Morning Saga, the second one was I Heart Hip Hop Saga, third was Dead or Alive Saga, and the next one is Warming Dead Saga. There is no synopsis for that yet, because it has yet to air. The most recent one actually went live October 18th, and we're recording this on the 23rd. That's how soon after the fact we're doing it. So, yeah, that was Zombieland Saga. Volk and I may choose to continue this, but if you want to force us to continue it, you can always commission us on Patreon. Check the site. This isn't like a Patreon TV Comm video, so I'm not going to do the whole shelf thing, so check it out for yourself. The prices, the scheduling, and so on. And we'll see you next time for another HellfireComms TV Comm. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.